Every customer has something called an address book. An address book is what can be called upon when you're creating orders for a customer. So, for example, if I'm clicking on New Order and I'm selecting Tesla and then clicking Create, if I click into the consignee field and I start typing in what I know is part of the name of an address book location, RoseRocket will suggest it so that you can click on it and it auto populates all of the information associated with that profile. So this information, this address book is stored against the customer profile. So if I go into customers and I click on Tesla HQ and I click on address book, you can see all of the locations that are stored inside this customer's address book. So this is the location you just saw me call up. If you ever want to add locations, you can import them. So what you would do is you would click on import address book, download the template, add the locations to match the template, and then import that document. When you do that, it will create all of the address book locations so that your users can find them using the search in the order by name. Another way that the address book locations get added is when you are using the Google search within an order. So for example, if I go back into this order that I was starting and I type in Tesla again, but let's say in New York. So here we see that there's no address book entries found, and when I click search Google, it's going to provide the options based on a Google search. And what you do is you find the location that you want to go to. So I've selected the location in Manhattan. And what you should do next is confirm the information is correct and make sure that the name is exactly as you want to search for it in the future. So for example, I'm going to add Manhattan here because RoseRocket's going to save it just like this. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to quickly complete the order entry here. I'm going to do the bare minimum to complete the order entry. So that way you can see what happens when you click on the next button. So let's say you finish the order entry and you click next. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish. When you click next, RoseRocket's going to recognize that that location came from a Google search. So it's saying, do you want to save the consignee that you pulled from Google? If you click yes, RoseRocket's going to now have a Tesla Manhattan profile inside the address book. So for example, if I go back into the customer profile for Tesla, we now have a Tesla Manhattan. If you ever want to edit these locations, click on the edit pencil and it shows you the details saved against this location. Some of the things you might want to do are change the name or perhaps add some default accessorials. So if let's say you always want the appointment delivery accessorial to appear when you add this profile to an order, you can do that. You can also add special instructions. So it says bill of lading instructions here. So this is where you'd put information like driver must call 30 minutes before delivery. What this is going to do is it's going to add these instructions to the special instructions of the order. So I'm going to click save here. So I've made these changes now. Let's go create a new order. So I'm going to type in, I know Manhattan's part of the location name. I'm going to select it. And what RoseRocket is letting me know is that there was a couple of things that were automatically added based on the profile here. So what were they? They were the special instructions, driver must call 30 minutes before delivery, and they were the accessorial charge. If you ever want to delete an address book location, all you have to do is go back to the customer profile, go to address book, and click on the delete on the trash can. You can also export this list, so I can also export the address book by clicking on the export button.